I think I may be live. I think we may be live, Rosie. I don't know. Doodle. There you go. We're live. We are live, Rosie. This is going to have to come back over here. Oh, maybe I should have named this episode Trainwreck, the next one, or something. Got more wires. Like a jungle gym. Am I getting sick? Yep. Okay. Okay. So camera's over there. You're right here. Computer's right here. Oops, nope. Seems to be such a lag. Close. Oops, yeah, I need that open. Need that open. Don't need that. Need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, it's hurting. Where's my neck already? Okay, maybe we can put this back over here. Give it a shot, Rosie. We're a little bit early, but whatever. You have to look at the camera. Okay. Purr. Somebody just show it. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Okay, so Jeanette Wilson. Hello. Darby, hello. And the gayest goth, hello. Everybody says hello to Rosie. Everybody says hello. You have to say hello to your people. Say hello to the Rosie Army. They love you. See, I'm behind everybody. Okay, so this is my first live stream, so I have absolutely zero idea what I'm doing. So I'm going to learn, and hopefully Rosie's going to teach me. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I don't know where everybody stands on. Uh, there we go. Yes, yes, we love Rosie. See there, people are confirming that they love you. If anybody has any questions about Rosie, about CH, when I started doing this, I kind of took for granted the fact that with there being other CH cat channels out there, I kind of assumed that, oh, well, there's no real need to explain CH to people because there are other CH channels out there, so people must already know about it. And much to my surprise, there's been a lot of people ask about it. So for the people that are here, first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Thank you for showing your love for Rosie. But if you're not familiar with CH, then just a quick rundown is, a lot of people think that there's something quote unquote wrong with Rosie. They think that, or in worst case scenario, they think that I've done something to her. I've drugged her for the purpose of making a funny video, or I've gotten her drunk, or she's dizzy or having a seizure or something. But it's, how old is Rosie? Rosie is 6 years old. Or actually just, was this April? Yeah, she's a little bit over 6 years old. So, and she's been like this all her life. We got her, or I got her when she was about 6 months old. We were doing cat rescues at the time, and we had quite a few fosters. And so we didn't get Rosie right away. She was being raised by another foster with her brother, who also has CH. And then once she got about 6 months old, oh yeah, there you go. Good job. Okay. Apparently the focus is off of Rosie right now, so she's letting me know. But no, when she was about 6 months old, then we got her, and she attached herself to me right away, and she's been my little stalker ever since. So looks like she's getting a little fired up. But yeah, so a little bit over 6 years old. She was actually the first CH that we had. We ended up doing in the rescue. Then we ended up doing kind of specializing in special needs cats, and we had quite a few CHs. We had a blind CH. We had a whole litter of CHs, one of which was severe. So we had quite a few, and quite a few challenges, because while there's nothing wrong with them, then like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, there are certain things that need to be done around the house, particularly depending on how severe they are, just to protect them, padding on furniture, or like I keep her from going in the foyer and the kitchen and the places that have tile flooring. It's much better for her to fall on carpet than to fall on tile. So certain things like that, certain pitfalls to having a CH is their CH is with them all the time, so that includes in the litter box. So there are times that a lot of times when she goes into the litter box and starts moving the litter around to use the bathroom, she'll get a little carried away and end up throwing half the litter out in the floor. That's just the nature of a CH, and you end up, just let her do her thing and then clean it up afterwards. Or she will be in the midst of using the litter box and fall out and continue to use the restroom, and it just means cleaning up. But that's just some of the things that come along with having a special needs animal. I've tried enclosed litter boxes where she walks through the little flap through the door and uses the litter box that way. But Rosie's personality is she absolutely, positively
cannot stand enclosed spaces, which is weird for a cat because normally you come back from the grocery store, you come back with a box or something, a cat, even if it doesn't fit, is going to force its way in a shoebox and be all cozy and everything. Not this one. This one right here will not use an enclosed litter box. So I just have to live with, every couple of days she'll half empty her litter box into the floor, and then I'll come along and clean it up. So yeah, that's the joys of a special needs brat. And apparently she's decided to be camera shy. So, what else? I don't know what else to say. What else? I mean, she's a lot of fun. She's not a big, again, just her personality, nothing to do with CH. She's not a huge fan of other animals. Even when we had her and other cats and dogs and whatnot, then I think she thinks that she's a person because she was not a big fan. She was not a big fan of Dusty, of Joey, of any of that. That's what you call love. Yes, that is, yes. She loves me and I love her. She's my baby. Thank you, Jeanette. But no, she actually, and the thing about I noticed with her and with other CHs was that they have absolutely no idea that there's anything wrong with them. They think that falling over is completely normal. As a matter of fact, there were times where she would look at me and it was almost like when she would see a non-CH cat, she would look at me like, Daddy, what's wrong with Spock? He's not falling down. Is he okay? So she thinks that that's just a normal part of life. So, don't you? Yeah, well, she's apparently not in the mood. But what else? She is bossy. But again, that's just her personality. I think it's because I've noticed that a lot of CH cats are especially affectionate. And I've wondered just within my own little thought process if it's because special needs animals maybe get more attention, more grace than another animal. A typical cat may sharpen their claws on the sofa and, go, hey, get out of here. Whereas a CH or any other special needs is going to tend to be, oh, well, it's, you okay? This, that, and the other. And so they tend to be more doted upon. So I don't know if there's a correlation between they get more doted upon because they're affectionate or they become more affectionate because they're doted upon. But either way, why do you call her? I have no idea. It's just something that flew out of my mouth one day. We named her Rosie, and for some reason I just called her Rosie Doodle one day. She was my little Rosie Doodle, and it stuck. So, yeah, again, that's just the way my brain works, which is just that could be a live stream in and of itself. But no, that's just something that I came up with, or didn't even try to come up with it. It just sort of flew out of my mouth, and she has been the doodle ever since. So, but she's got a lot of spirit, a lot of character. She's almost like if you've seen the old Bugs Bunny cartoon where the guy finds a frog on the construction site and the frog sings and dances and all this stuff, and he thinks he's gonna, he takes it around to the circus and everything. Well, as soon as the frog is around other people, it just sits there and ribbits, ribbit. As soon as people go away, then the top half, the cane, it starts singing and dancing. This one, when I point my camera at her, a lot of times this is what she does. For every minute of her jumping around acting like a Rosie Doodle that you see on YouTube, there's probably 2 hours of me pointing the camera at her and getting this. But then as soon as I turn my phone off, then she'll start spinning around like a helicopter blade and jumping around. It's like, really? It's like she knows that I'm trying to catch her, acting like herself. She's falling asleep. I swear, this cat is just, she is her own character. She's her own personality. I'll tell you the one time that she does, yeah, yep, there you go. Yep, Jeanette is right. The one time she does like enclosed spaces, and it's the weirdest thing, when we have really bad storms, thunder, lightning, none of that bothers her. For some reason, the sound of rain. I mean, I'll try to snuggle with her. Yeah, exactly, Darby. I'll try to snuggle with her to comfort her, and nope, she absolutely, when it starts raining, she cannot get off the bed fast enough, and she's whoosh, under the bed. Thunder, lightning, none of that. She'll curl up and purr and be fine. As soon as rain starts hitting the ground, she panics. Don't ask me what it is. I have quit trying to figure out how she thinks. I think she does this to me on purpose just to keep me guessing. But, well, let me ask y'all, number one, do y'all have any questions about Rosie, CH, or is there anything particular you would like me to address on the channel? Is there anything particular you would like me to see? I try to catch her being entertaining, and I try to open the world up to CH. Is there any suggestions y'all have? Because I am all ears. I am willing to listen. So either now in the comments and other videos later on, please help me get content that people are going to want to see. That's what the Rosie Army is for. Y'all are my first recruits, I guess. First recruits to the Rosie Army. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe I'll get little shirts made up with rank insignia and Rosie wearing a combat helmet or something. What do you think, Doodle? She's knocked out. She doesn't care. She's no longer part of the live stream. She's just a little ball of fur sitting there. Jeanette said, I really enjoyed watching her play. Well, yeah. Then there will be more of that. I mean, that seems to be what, that's what she likes to do. That's what I like to watch her do. Other people like to watch her do. So yeah, there's going to be plenty more of that. I actually started this channel several years ago, and this is going to sound weird. I do construction for a living. So I was going to combine what I do with my CH cat. And the original concept was that I was going to be a contractor and that I work for this drunken lady that is always on my case, and she's always young, but she's a drunken cat. Since she falls over, I was going to play up, that I work for a drunk cat, and she's always asking me to do some of the craziest things and whatnot. And I did one video, and it was watched by some family and friends and whatnot, and never went anywhere from there. But I had people telling me, like, you're going to have people getting all kind of mad at you because they're going to think you got your cat drunk. And I didn't see it. I was like, no, they're going to know that I wouldn't do something like that. Well, I'm glad I didn't follow that line of thinking, because when I first started doing the videos here a month or so ago, then yeah, there were a lot of negative comments. So I can imagine if I had tried to say that she was a drunken cat, I would imagine people were probably going to be calling the SPCA and the local police department and God knows what else, thinking that I was doing something to my Rosie Doodle. So I'm glad I didn't do that. What Doodle? It's water. I'll get you some in a minute. You've got some. See, Judgment Cat. She just, yeah. There you go. What do you think, Rosie? Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything that I need to tell people about? Let's see here. I can't think of anything. I mean, other than she's just a spoiled brat. I tried to get her yesterday. I was working on some designs and whatnot before I started doing my train wreck live stream tests. And apparently she decided that work was not part of the day's agenda and just stood right next to my chair and proceeded to just absolutely scream at me. I tried to reason with her to no avail. So, of course, I had to stop working and love on her. Jeanette says, it's obvious that she is loved. Yes, she is. She is my baby. Yeah, I've had several cats, and I've always been a cat lover, and I've actually got a dog. They have to stay separated. He loves cats. He absolutely adores cats. He's grown up with cats. She, like I said before, is not a fan of other animals, so they have to stay separated. He's an elderly dog, so he's almost 17, so he stays on one side of my place, and she stays in the other side. So, but yeah, she is loved. She's my baby. Like I said, I've had several cats, had several CHs over the years. We started doing cat rescues in 2017, and we had quite a few fosters at one point, and then at some point, it was right after we got her, then we started focusing on special needs. And I think at one point we had I think 8 or 10 CH cats at one time. So that was rather interesting. So we ended up keeping her and 2 others, but the rest of them went. So we enjoyed doing the special needs rescues. There's definitely a need for it. We had one, and this was kind of shocking to me that there was one that we acquired. We got him right before, and when I say right before, within hours before he was to be put down, because he kept biting people. He had been adopted out twice in return because he was a quote-unquote aggressive cat. Well, he had CH, number one, but also it turns out he was blind, and nobody had picked up on it. And the reason he was kind of bitey was, I mean, if you were put in a new environment every week or so and you couldn't see, then you wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't know, is this person, this thing that I hear that's in front of me or beside me, is it big? Is it small? Is it a threat? Is it not? So I think he was just acting out of fear and self-defense, because we figured out that he was blind, and then just kind of stayed out of biting range for a while, and it took him about a month, and he figured out that hey, these people are not going to hurt me. And, he quit biting, as in trying to bite. Now, he would play rough. He was a big cat. But yeah, it was very shocking to me that he had gone to vets and been through a shelter and everything, and nobody could figure out that he was blind as a bat. So, and that right there created a special circumstance when it came to litter boxes and things, because when he would get in, when he would get in the litter box, he would get his front paws in the litter box and think he was in the litter box. He wouldn't, since he couldn't see, oh, I'm not fully in the litter, he would get his front paws in the litter box, think, okay, I'm in the litter box, and then go to peeing all over the floor. So for his litter box, we had to put plastic barriers all around within, for lack of a better term, peeing distance, and keep it covered with pads and towels and whatnot, so that it would. We purposely made an apron around the litter box for him to safely pee on, because he didn't know that he wasn't all the way in the litter box. But that's just some of the things you have to adapt to and deal with any special needs animal. So, yep, that's it. I think Rosie is out like a light. I see absolutely no eyeballs whatsoever. She's gone. She's out. So what do you think, Doodle? I apologize for the rudeness of Miss Rosie, the little diva. And nobody knew he was blind. No, absolutely no idea. It was actually, when my then wife brought him home, then we were talking about him, and what was it? I think it was either Rosie or Joey kind of walked past him or stumbled past him on the bed, and he sort of snapped at them, but like they were over here and he snapped over here. And I told her, I was like, I think he's blind. And so I took my hand and just sort of waved it in front of his face to see if he would blink. I mean, I was stopping, of course, before I hit him, but just stopping right in front of his face. He never blinked. He had no idea that my hand was in front of his face. If he couldn't hear it, then he had no idea that it was there. So he didn't try to bite me because I didn't make any noise. But yeah, that was the thing that was amazing to me, is that veterinarians, the shelter, the people that had adopted him, like I said, he had been adopted out to 2 families and been returned, and they decided that, well, he's an aggressive cat, so they were going to put him down. And, she got wind of it and she got to the shelter. Like I said, it was like 2 or 3 hours before his scheduled euthanasia time. And but like I said, she got wind of it through the network of fosters and shelters and all that stuff, because he was, he was about 9 hours away, and she drove to get him and got him right before, like I said, a couple hours before he was to be put down, and brought him back, and there he was. So yeah, he was I think he was a little bit over 20 pounds, big orange tabby, biggest baby you'd ever want to meet. I mean, all he wanted to do was, and had a purr that would rattle the windows. It was cute, very cute, but he was huge and sweet as could be. But yeah, nobody knew he was blind. Not a single person. Couldn't figure it out. Rosie was not. Rosie actually took. They used to fight. God Almighty, they used to fight. Play fight. Well, I think she was. less playing than he was. He loved to play with her, and then our severe Joey. Her and Joey did not get along at all, but Dusty liked to play with all of them, and he would play, and they'd fight and bat at each other. As a matter of fact, part of my script for being a contractor and working for a drunk cat was that her boyfriend was also a drunk cat, because I had video of her and Dusty playing and fighting and all this stuff. But like I said, I'm glad now I did not follow that quote unquote storyline, because that definitely would have been bad. But yeah, nobody, it was there's no way on God's green earth that I would ever do anything to an animal. I'm a huge animal lover, so yeah, no way I'd ever do anything to not just my Rosie Doodle, but to any of them. But well, guys, I don't know. I feel like I hope I'm not boring people with me just sitting here talking next to a lump of sleeping fur. So we need more of Rosie playing. Let me know, what do y'all think about me doing a video strictly doing maybe a deep dive on cerebellar hypoplasia, or what do you think? Is it something better just addressed in the comments when people do ask, or would a deep dive into CHB be a good thing? Let me know what y'all think about that. I definitely want to do one about the special circumstances that go along with having a CH animal. And it's not just a CH cat. We actually had a CH husky also. So that right there, there's a special need, because regardless of whether me personally, I think a husky's probably a special needs animal anyway, because when they get to screaming, because they don't bark, they just make whatever noise they make, and they do it incessantly. Now do it with a dog that's bouncing around like a rubber ball. Oh yeah, she was a handful. But yeah, I definitely want to do a video about the special circumstances, the special, not a whole lot of special care, at least not in the case of Rosie. Now I know there are some CH cat channels where there are a lot more challenges to the particular cat. Jeanette Wilson, yes, I think more on CH. Okay, cool, great, awesome. So that will happen. But now, of course, I have taken it to kind of a whole new level, in that. And I've got a picture of it, but I didn't get a chance to figure out how to integrate pictures and things like that into my live stream. That's something that I'll work on, but I had, okay, so how did I do this? When I first moved here, I had a series of pillows. Now, of course, we're in the bedroom, I put pillows around the bed, because when Rosie has to go to the litter box, or she wants to get food or something like that, since she specifically doesn't jump. Some CH cats will jump, and of course you don't know where they're going to land. They don't know where they're going to land, but she doesn't jump. She'll climb if she feels like it. She'll climb up the sofa or up the bed if she can get a claw into the mattress or box spring and get started. But I had a series of pillows laying around the bed so that because the way she gets down off of things, I think I posted the video of her getting off, for some reason she gets off the back of the sofa. She doesn't get off the front, which would make sense. She goes over the back. That's why I have to keep these there's supposed to be cushions on this sofa, but I have to keep them on the floor behind the sofa so she can land on them. But I had like I said, I had pillows around the bed because she will scoot toward the edge of something, scoot until she has more of herself hanging off than she has on the bed or the sofa or whatever it is. And then gravity takes hold and she just bloop, hits the ground. So I had to keep pillows all around. Well, I built a ramp, and I'll probably post a picture of it, at least in the video, talking about special care that needs to be taken. But I built a ramp and put carpet on it, and I had to make it's about as wide as one side. One side of my bed is completely unusable by me because it is a ramp, specially built for this one, so she can safely get down off the bed, because once gravity helped her get down, then she couldn't get back up. Like I said, unless she could get a claw into the mattress or something like that, and but that was few and far between. So of course, being the spoiled brat that she is, I built a ramp, carpeted it, so when she's in the bedroom, she can sleep on the bed, get down at her leisure, get back up at her leisure. So, the queen here pretty much gets her way whenever she wants. Like I've said in plenty of comments, she's got me adequately trained. So, yeah, Rosie has her pet human, and she's happy about that. So, but yeah. Are you about done, Doodle? I really wish you would keep it down. God, you have just dominated this whole life. Hadn't let me get a word in edgewise. Hello. She's knocked out. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, I mean, I'd love to hang out. I love doing this. Is awesome. I'm probably gonna do this. I'm gonna try to do this once a week. I'm going to try to do the Rosie Show. And again, that was one of those, it just popped in my head. It's the way my brain works. Just popped in my head and flew out of my mouth during one of those train wreck test videos where I made some comment about the Rosie Show. And here we are, the Rosie Show, episode 1. So I'm going to try to do one a week, at least as long as I can hold people's attention, as long as I can be, at least educational or entertaining or both or something. Jeanette Wilson, she is spoiled, and that's okay. Oh yeah, she's spoiled. Spoiled does not begin to touch what this brat is. I'm telling you, y'all. If y'all saw sitting working at my desk, and she just comes and parks herself right next to my chair yesterday, and just commences to screaming. But yeah. That's her. But of course, she gets mad that she can't go in other parts of the house because, well, like I think it was Jeanette Wilson posted something about where you go in the video, the short that I posted where she was going over that piece of wood. And I've since replaced that wood with some aluminum walkboards because that side of my living room is just one big open space to the front foyer. And while that foyer is carpeted, the side foyer is not, but that side of the house does not get used other than for storage. And of course, since I do construction, my tools are in there. There are saw blades, there are screwdrivers, there are drills, there are things that she does not need to fall on. The last thing she needs to do is fall and land on a saw blade or a drill bit or something like that. So again, part of the keeping in mind that she is a special needs is, guess what? You don't get to go in that part of the house, and I promise you that does not sit well with her. She's comfortable with where she's at, but I don't know if it's every cat, but it's definitely her. Or like a kid, I want to go where I can't go. Oh God, she wants to go in that. But it'd be nice to say, okay, yeah, cool, we'll go explore and this, that, and the other. You can get it out of your system, but nope, I'm not going to run the risk of her getting hurt on something. So she just has to be mad. She still goes over to the walk boards and she tries to figure out a way to get over them, but they're, number one, she can't get her claws into them, and number two, they're taller than what she can reach over, because with her not having proper balance and things like that, then if she gets too far vertical, she usually just goes backwards, stiff as a board. I've actually got a video, and I'll probably post it. It's from years and years ago. It's her trying to climb on the bed where I lived before, and she just sort of, in the course of trying to reach to grab the mattress, she misses and starts going back, but she doesn't realize that she's going back, and just stiff as a board, just bloop. But fortunately, there was carpet and other things for her to land on and all that stuff. So it's actually quite hilarious. But it's never a dull moment around a CH. I promise you that. So, oh, and I am going to do a video on, I guess it'll be an accompanying video for the CH. Is, I know there are a lot of people that are interested in CH animals, CH cats, because they are sweet, they are entertaining, they are this and they are that. But like a lot of things, people need to do their research, because while at first blush it's all cute and everything, about the fifth time you're having to sweep up litter or vacuum up litter because the cat has thrown it out of the litter box, all of a sudden they're not so cute. Or about the third time you're having to disinfect the carpet because the cat fell out and continued peeing, they're not so cute. So, or about the time they start to fall over, but then reach for something and grab the cord to the lamp and pull the lamp and your grandmother's antique vase off the nightstand and it then all of a sudden they're not so cute. So there's a lot of things that do go along with them. In Rosie's case, there's not a lot of medical needs that, knock on wood, that she needs, but there's still some thing you can't just turn a CH loose in a house, or she absolutely positively cannot go outside. She can go outside as far as if I take her outside and we just lay out in the grass and enjoy the sunshine and everything, but she can't be an indoor-outdoor cat, because number one, she, as far as eating, and then, a domestic cat can come in to eat, but I promise you, she would not be able to escape any predators. If, where I live, we have coyotes, hawks, things like that. She would not be able to recognize that there's a threat and take some kind of evasive action. She would just sit and kind of bounce in place while the predator just more or less just walks up and takes her. So yeah, CHs, and a lot of times CHs that are born in the wild, mothers will abandon them, because as kittens, the mothers know. We've had a lot of the fosters that we did were because they had some type of condition, whether it was CH or they were just the runt or something. The way nature works is that the strongest will survive, and I have seen plenty of times where there's wild dogs or wild cats, ferals, that the weak, the small, the sick will be literally shoved out of the litter so that the strong ones can get all the milk and get all the everything. So for that reason, a lot of CHs get abandoned in the wild, not just put down in shelters because people think there's something wrong with them. I do my best, Jeanette. I really do. I appreciate that. But yeah, so a lot of them get abandoned and taken by predators in the wild, or just left to die. And a lot of people, a lot of people don't understand, since they don't understand it, they, like I said, they think something's wrong, and they, want to put the cat out of its misery. Does anybody think that she's miserable? I mean, CH, they're not in pain, they're not, all this stuff. And I'll cover that in a video, but no, they're normal cats. They just fall down. That's it. But yeah, don't you, Doodle? What scares me about her sleeping this much during the day is that about the time I get ready to go to sleep, she's going to be ready to fight. So yeah, but that's that. Oh boy, here we go. The whiskers are moving. She's starting to dream. But yeah, she's they tend to be discarded out in the wild, so she can't go outside. CHs can't go out. They have to be indoors and pampered and all that good stuff. So, well, all right, guys. I mean, look, I'll stay and do this for however long. I'm sure y'all have better things to do than listen to me rattle off at the head. But yeah, I really appreciate y'all coming, and I really appreciate the input. I'm definitely going to put these suggestions into the channel, do more CH and more playing and all of that. So, yeah, I certainly appreciate it. And trying to figure out, I don't know how I end this, because to me it feels like I'm hanging up on y'all or something. I don't know. I don't want to be rude, but yeah, there we go. There's episode 1 of the Rosie Show. Are you ready to go back to taking a nap? Or you just wish I'd be quiet so you could sleep peacefully? All right, guys. I appreciate it. I am so thrilled that y'all are here. Thank you very much for showing up for episode 1. Thank you for subscribing. Please pass the word along. Share the channel, because I really want to grow the channel. I want to grow the Rosie Army, because I would like to get to the point where the channel can start funding. I would like to get to a point where it can get monetized, so that it can start doing things. I want to start donating to rescues and shelters. I know that there's a few shelters right within striking distance of me that I would love to just be able to go buy a bunch of food for, or donate a bunch of litter or something. I want to or encourage people to donate to their local shelters. So the more I can grow the channel, the more I can grow the Rosie Army, then I would certainly like to be able to help other little critters out there. Certainly I can't. If I could, I would take them all in, but that's of course not feasible. But at least me, the Rosie Army, Rosie, we can help get other shelters donations things, because I know that when we were doing animal rescues, we were fostering for where I'm talking about donating to my local shelters. We were actually working in conjunction with a lot of these same shelters. So where we were we were working with a lot of the no-kill shelters, which is that's awesome. No-kill shelters, that's the thing. But where if they had an overflow of animals they couldn't take any more in, then they would call us and they would say, hey, can you take 2 or 3 cats for a couple of days, or can you take a dog for a week, or can you do that? And we probably did overextend ourselves at times, but it's like, okay, let's take in some extra animals, and just be there for them when they need somebody there for them. And in return, the shelters, since we were fostering their animals, then they would help us out with, they would not only, when we would go to pick up the animals, they would send litter or food. They would help us out because we were helping them out. But I would like to be able to, give that back, give back to the, give them litter and food and whatnot. That way the fosters that are in their system, they can, because it doesn't all just stay there at the shelter. The shelter is a well-run shelter will spread their litter and their food and their medicine and whatnot out to their experienced fosters that they work with. So that helps the fosters out. So I mean, it's all a big circle of life kind of thing, and that's what I want to get more into, because I'm a huge animal lover. I mean, to the point that I mean, I could the job I used to have, I'll just put it this way, there was more than one occasion where I put my job on the line because there was a possum or a raccoon or some critter that my superiors wanted me to do something negative with, and I kind of made it clear to them that that's not going to happen, and if you want to fire me, fire me. I don't really care. So, yeah, I'm all about the little critters. I'm all about the little animals. So, but anyway, all right, guys. Jeanette, Darby, the gayest goth. I hadn't seen you since the beginning. Did you leave us? We got abandoned. I feel so loved, but hey. But no, all three of you. I don't know who else showed up, because see, I don't know how, and you'll have to pardon me. I don't know if you can even still see me. So I don't know how to tell how many people showed up, or is it just the ones that chat? I don't know. I'm telling you, like I said, keep in mind, you're talking about somebody that, I'm trying to delve into the social media, the tech, look, nail guns, tape measures, all right, sheetrock framing. It's like, hey, Scott, why don't you start a YouTube channel? Okay, what kind of nails do I use for that? Whatever. So yeah, I'm still trying to learn this. So I don't know how many people have popped their head in or anything, but I know Jeanette, Darby, and the gayest goth. Thank you all for being here, supporting Rosie and supporting the channel and supporting my efforts to support the little critters. Well, that's a lot of support there. Anyway, again, I'm trying to find a way to politely, I don't know. Again, I feel like I'm being rude if I just say, but yeah. So episode 1 is in the can. So let's, I'm gonna get to work on some new content for this coming week, and then I will see y'all for episode 2. I guess next week. I mean, unless something happens, then I would like to try to schedule maybe every Saturday at 2:00. So we'll see. I mean, that sounds like it'll be a good day and a time to do it. So yeah. So right now we'll shoot for next Saturday at 2:00, and I'll keep y'all posted throughout the week. But in the meantime, can't wait. Jeanette, thank you very much, Jeanette. Yeah, until then, Rosie and I say thank you very much. We appreciate the love and support, and we return it to you. And we will see y'all throughout the week. So y'all take care. Bye. Now I got to shut this thing down, Rosie. They get to watch me try to figure out how to shut this thing down.